Hi, I'm Blanka Vlasic and you're watching Inside Athletics. I'm still waiting for Otto. I don't know if he's going to come. So if not, well, you will be deprived of some really interesting things about me.
Our guest on this week's Inside Athletics is one of the most magnetic personalities in the entire sport. It is my pleasure to welcome Blanka Vlasic. Blanka, we missed you at the Olympics last year, but we saw you this year in New York having a good time back to your regular self.
Yeah.
Are you back to your regular self?
Not quite, no. To be honest, it's not easy to come back. No matter how relieved I looked in New York, it was one of the hardest competitions in my life, especially because I wasn't able to even jump in trainings for almost a year.
Yeah.
So now I feel like at the beginning of my career and still catching some things that I've missed, you know, feeling for height and trying to have stability in my technique, and you know, it goes slowly, but hopefully, you know, soon I will get there.
Now you have very similar luck to what I had in the Olympic Games, in that you've been world champion, but the one thing missing from your resume is the Olympic Games. Is that the source of what drives you when you talk about how tough your comeback has been?
Yeah.
To say, you know what, I have to come back because I still have that Olympic gold to get.
True, Olympic gold is one of my goals, you know, but what really kept me going is just that feeling that I haven't said everything, that there is still something I can do, something more, and that my end is not near yet. So I use that time for also refreshing myself inside also, because after doing the same thing for 15 years, you feel that you need a fresh motivation, and that's what I've gained through this period, you know, being out of the circuit. So until I feel that I have nothing to say anymore, I will keep trying.
Now, your father was a very, very good decathlete.
Yeah.
Was there any doubt early in your life that you were going to do another sport? Because I know that they looked at your height and they said, oh, maybe basketball. And you said, no, don't like team sports. I like the individuality. Was there any doubt that you were going to be in athletics?
Well, I've tried a lot of sports. Maybe it was just a part of my growth. I wanted, my father wanted me to develop all kind of skills.
Yes.
Because,
well, he did 10 events, so of course.
Yeah. So we started with playing just with a tennis ball, you know, catching it with left hand, with right hand, juggling with 3 balls, you know, doing some gymnastic elements, you know.
You would have been too tall for gymnastics.
Yeah,
that's for
but
sure.
you know, he wanted to see how well my motoric possibilities are, and he saw that even though I'm tall and have long legs and long hands, that I'm not going to fall over the zebra, you know, on the road. So I can really do stuff. So, you know, but because he had some athletes in Stadium, you know, Stadium was my other home, and, you know, it came naturally for me to start doing some events, in track and field events, first long jump, some sprint, but, you know, at the end I saw that high jumping is, I'm the best in high jumping, and I'm better than all of the others, of course. I mean, I'm a stupid. I decided to stick with that.
Yeah.
And, but you know, if you ask me now if I would do it all over again, my answer would be yes. I strongly believe that this is my calling, this is my, the thing that I needed to do, and I really enjoyed, and I didn't regret it.
Speaking of being better than everybody else in the high jump, there's only one name that's ahead of you, and it's the world record holder on the all-time list.
Yeah.
Now, most athletes get into the sport to be the best of all time. When you look at that world record, you've had several very good attempts of it, some of which I've seen. Do you feel like, given the fact that you're coming back from a little time off, and as you said, it's not easy to come back from an injury, are you still a threat to break the world record?
I believe I am. I need to believe. It's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
Some results in training, from other exercises showed me that I can still make progress regarding my physical preparedness, and I'm even stronger than ever than in some exercises. So my body is not still, for a waste. When everything comes together and when I heal completely and I put all that, I'm able to put all that strength in technique, in jump, then I think I can go as high as I used to and maybe even higher. So motivation is the key. If I'm motivated, if I keep trying, then hopefully I will get to the point when I will be able to try it at least again.
Yeah.
To
Now,
jump to 10.
I know how big of a celebrity you are in your home country. Tell me about how you've been able to manage that, because it hasn't always been great. Sometimes there's some,
Yeah, sure.
sometimes you've had a lot of conflicts with the press and so on. How have you managed to sort of stay above that and remain focused on your sport?
You answered your question. I stayed focused on my sport.
How?
I realized that, sure, when I was younger, I would come home and then I would cry because of some, article that wasn't,
Yes.
What I said, and some, headlines that it's just, just for attract people. It's not really the truth. And even, when my friends would call me, sometimes they would say, oh, this person said something about you. They think you're, your nose is in the clouds. They don't really know me. And I was like losing my mind. Why
Right.
people talk about me like this, Then I said, this is not going anywhere. I told to my friends, whatever just don't tell me. I don't care.
Right.
Everybody will think something. It's just the mentality of people.
So is that how you cope, by saying, you know what, I have to block, I have to keep it away from me? You said,
Yeah,
you talked about keeping your
sometimes
friends
I
away?
keep it away from me, but that's not also the solution. The solution is that you remain calm, whatever happens.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of unpleasant situations, and through those times I've learned that it doesn't affect me if I don't get if it doesn't get to me. I mean, it cannot affect my performances, my who I am. So it's just something that it's not necessary for me to worry about.
Right.
So when you realize that, of course, it takes time. Through years, you just become immune. And also, I live in a small city, and people in my city are really special. They will never tell you that you are a star or something special, which is great. I feel like a regular person walking
Really?
around. They feel
Even at your height
No.
and your success?
no. I like to think that when they see me, they're really friendly. It's like personal relationship with all of the people. I don't know them personally, but they feel like they know me.
Yes.
When they come, it's mostly positive comments and just good luck and stuff like that. So I don't feel my privacy is not threatened. I mean, if I don't want to be seen, I will stay at home.
Yeah.
It's simple like that. I chose this way of life, and I need to deal with all the consequences. So it's just a part of my job.
We're about a little bit over a month away from the World Championships. Tell me, what is a realistic expectation for people who love you and want to root for you going into the World Championships?
I mean, everything is possible, that's for sure. I would be really happy if I would come to Moscow and think of myself as a favorite for one of the medals. In this point of view, I really still don't know what to expect tomorrow, because I'm not still consistent, My body, I can do it, but sometimes in competition things are just don't go my way.
Right.
So I'm not as stable as I used to, and that's my main goal now, to get stability, to get this, to regain this level of result that I used to have, or at least to be at some level of result. So like when I jumped 2 meters first time this season in Germany, I was really surprised. Although I decided not to expect too much this season and just to survive it, you know. But I'm not giving up about, you know, regarding Moscow. I mean, I will do my best, and we are preparing for that. So I will be in good shape and hopefully with some good results behind me, and we'll see. It will be a good fight, that's for sure.
Yeah. The first time I saw you was in Kingston in 2002 at the World Junior Championships.
Yeah.
So I will say this to you. Please don't ever change the way you compete. I have enjoyed watching you. Let me just end by saying that we wish you all the best in your comeback, and we wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.